Aries, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, guys. So, finishing these mid-month readings. So, let's see what's going on with you guys. Now, since this is the May mid-month, we're going to look at about May 15th to June 15th just to see what's going on with you guys. And this will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Aries signs, okay? Also, keep in mind, guys, that these energies could be transferable. So, it's your energy that I could be picking up on, or maybe someone who's close to you or around you. Sorry, I keep shifting this. The OCD is kicking in. But let's see what's going on, guys. And remember that you guys can check out my daily energies every day on Instagram, High Vibrations 44, if you want to check that out. All right, so what is going on with the sign of Aries? It's so funny because my son, he's 8 years old, and he's an Aries. And it's just such a tough thing because he is such a little leader, and his teacher keeps saying, oh, he always wants to be in charge, blah, blah. And in my head, I'm like, you're telling me something like it's bad. So it's so tough when you're raising someone that you know is going to be a leader and you know that they're going to have so much influence, but they're growing up. Sorry, guys, to cut me off, but they're growing up in a system where sometimes being outspoken like that isn't necessarily a good thing. So you guys have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse pop out. So this could be when maybe we're overspending on something, or there's something where we feel like we lack abundance sometimes. But let's talk about this, okay? So we have your past, your present, and your future. Okay, Aries. So the energy that you guys have here is the Emperor in the reverse. Now, the Emperor does talk about the sign of Virgo and Aries. With this being in the reverse, there's a few things you might want to look at here. One, is there something that you or someone around you is being fake and dishonest about? And this doesn't have to be something where you're just like flat out lying and being a jerk about something. It could be when we kind of lie to ourselves, when we say that something's okay when it's not, when we say that we'll accept something when we shouldn't, that sort of thing. And you have the Tower card here, okay? King of Swords and Ten of Cups. So some sort of big change that comes in because of someone's dishonesty, or whether it's to other people or to themselves. But I see things changing in a way where you really could have a happy outcome with all of this. So let's see what this is trying to say. All right, so the first card that you guys have for your past is the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so this could be a card about someone who's single. It could be a card about someone who's 100% self-sufficient. But this is a card about abundance. This is a card about good money coming in. Why is this card here? You have the World card in the reverse. And you have the Tower card. So for some of you, it's a big change that you had to make, where maybe you had to, become single from someone, or you had to cut somebody out. But there's still some gray area there. Maybe you haven't fully let it go. Okay, but there's a lot of imbalance here. All right. And this was at the bottom of the deck, so you guys see where I'm taking this from. But yeah, some sort of fallout, something that was just debilitating to you or somebody around you. So something that you guys cut out, and that's what was supposed to happen here with the Hierophant. So it's like you're on a more honest path because of something that you dropped, okay? The next card that you guys have for the past is the Three of Cups in the reverse. In love, this could be a third-party situation, okay, where there's promiscuity. Sometimes this could be not wanting to go out or socialize. Sometimes this could be, maybe feeling sad or slightly depressed and, wanting to stay in, not really wanting to put yourself out there so much. All right, we have the Ace of Cups. And we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So I see a new beginning that's happening where there could be promiscuity here. Now, this is your energy, guys. So maybe you were juggling people in the past. Maybe you were with someone who was juggling people. But there's some sort of unreliable energy with this new beginning that's happening. So it could be something that's, very fulfilling to you, or maybe someone close to you. But I feel like the way that it came about could have been kind of shady. Okay, that's really just what I'm picking up on. And that could have caused some drama. This is fighting, arguing, bickering, tension, a sense of, like I said, I think I said it, a sense of competition. Okay, so let's see why that's here. And with the Five of Wands, honestly, it's usually a situation that involves three or more people. Okay, Knight of Wands in the reverse, a lot of player energy here, guys, or something that just makes you unstable. And we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So whatever caused the problems at this point, whether it was issues in love, whether it was just someone, you know, not being reliable in whatever area in life you needed them to be, but this is something that you remove yourself from, or maybe someone removes themselves from the situation, okay? But mentally, there's a sense of like, okay, how do I move past this? How do I get past this? For some of you, maybe this is something that was happening with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn specifically, or this could be something that has to do with your job or finances, okay, with that pentacle energy there. Now, in the present moment, Aries, the first card that you guys have is the Empress card in the reverse. So not moving forward with something, a beginning that's not happening. For some of you, and, you know, hopefully this isn't it, if, you know, it could be not getting full term with a pregnancy, whether it's an abortion or whether it's a miscarriage. So it could be that as well, but something that just doesn't continue. You have the Three of Wands. So whatever it is that you're letting go of here, you expand a lot without it, okay? And you have the Three of Swords. So you might be heartbroken and disappointed that something didn't work out, but guys, this is what it sets you up for. You get to expand in a huge way and really broaden your horizons. With the Ace of Pentacles, whatever it is that you're starting, whether it's a new relationship, whether it's something financial, whether it's a project that you're working on, this is something that could start slowly, but it brings long-term stability. All right, so it's good at the end of everything. Now, the next card that you guys have for your present moment, and this is also the center of your reading, so this is what every card is going to be tied to. You have the Knight of Swords. So for some of you, maybe you were specifically dealing with a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or this could just be the energy that you're taking on. This is someone who's very intellectual. This is someone who's very focused. This is someone who could think on their feet. This is someone that does not like distractions. And when they decide they want to do something, they do everything in their power, you know, to make sure that they're getting that done. Why is this Knight of Swords here? We have the Justice card. And we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay? Energy, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So we'll talk about all this. So for some of you, straight up, you're dealing with the karmic situation where either it lost you money, or maybe you're overspending money, or it could have been a situation where someone was just not genuinely invested. Now, with this Justice card, I see this, you know, another word for justice is karma when I see this card. So it really depends what part of the scale you're on with how karma is going to come back into you. Have you been doing the hurting? That might come back to you now. Have you been honestly just trying to find a way to make things work and to make your life better? But, you know, it's like you haven't caught a break. If that's your case, then now it's like, you know, you have a moment to breathe. But things, you know, they turn in a way that's unexpected, but I feel like it's necessary. I feel like things are kind of just being pushed into the light so that you have to deal with it, and you have to address it. So the last card that you guys have for the present moment is the Six of Wands. Victory, success, triumph. Why is the Six of Wands here? You have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles. So again, this could involve a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn for some of you. But the worst that could have happened in a situation, especially if it was, you know, painful or just uncomfortable, the worst that could have happened with it is past you at this point. All right, so you're really in a place that you can go right towards success. And with the Eight of Swords in the reverse, it's like before you were stuck on something, you weren't seeing it for what it is, or maybe there's just, you know, certain aspects of it that was making it hard for you to move forward. But with the Eight of Swords in the reverse, you know, the blindfold is off and you're seeing things for what it is, and you're confidently able to move forward in the direction that you know you have to, okay? Even behind that, you have the Devil card in the reverse. So you're moving yourself out of something that was toxic, something that was a bad idea, and now that's why this new beginning is available to you, all right? So going into your future, guys, the first card that you have here is the Page of Swords. Okay, so the Page of Swords is my favorite page because it's someone who speaks in a way that's very, very honest. They don't sugarcoat things. So for some of you, this could be a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini energy that you're dealing with, or it could just be how direct the person is being, okay, in a conversation. Why is this Page of Swords here? Queen of Cups in the reverse. And you have the Nine of Swords in the reverse, okay? Six of Pentacles in the reverse as the energy now. So whatever this is, guys, I see an honest conversation, okay, that could make someone upset. And it could be because something just wasn't balanced. Again, something that didn't have an equal give and take, something where a person may have invested a lot, but they didn't get, that reciprocation in return. So for a lot of you, I feel like it's you guys just having to be honest. But from what I'm feeling now, and there's a lot of you, so I know that some of you could definitely be in pain with something that's happening. But if I was reading just an Aries one-on-one right now, I would say that the pain's not coming from the Aries. Okay, and if it is, it's not something that's going to be heavy that puts you in a place where you can't function. Okay, but there's some sort of shift that's coming in your life, and with you being very honest about something, it could cause some riffraff. Okay, now the next card that you guys have is the Eight of Pentacles. So this is, a point where we kind of roll up our sleeves and, we meticulously work on something that needs our attention. We have the Two of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So you guys, you were speaking in your truth, and that puts you on a new path of something that you're going to be very, very passionate about. Okay, and it's something that you are planting seeds. You're putting time and effort into this, and you're just waiting to see how things are going to, work out. But again, a brand new chapter. Yeah, Ace of Swords too. So a brand new chapter, but there was some sort of bullshit you guys had to cut out in order to get here. Okay, I see you guys being very happy with something. If it's not a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that you're very happy with, then it's going to be some sort of financial come up where it's natural to you, you're very happy, and your soul is like, fuck yeah, this is meant for us. Okay, so you guys go into something incredible once you take that leap and just speak your truth and get rid of anything that's against your truth. Okay, now the last card that you guys have for the future is the Five of Cups. So this could be a card about loss sometimes, but the reason why there's loss here is because there's a person who's choosing to focus on what was lost as opposed to what's, you still have going for yourself. So let's say, for example, you're, a musician or something, and you auditioned for some sort of gig and you didn't get it, and it's like shit, and you're crying, 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 not realizing that there's, 20 others that you can audition for. So it's that sort of thing where, don't focus so much on what didn't happen. Just understand that the universe is very giving, and it's going to give us exactly what we need. And sometimes when something doesn't happen, it's a protection. Okay. We have the Two of Swords. And we have the Ten of Wands. So you're in a place where finally, well, not even finally, because I'm not saying that there wasn't happiness in your life before this, but you're in a place where something has the potential to make you extremely happy. This is the ultimate card of happiness, in tarot. But you're on the fence about something burdening that brings you loss. Okay. Maybe some of you feel guilty to be so happy in something because of loss that you may have caused others, to get to this place. But honestly, I just see you guys asking yourself, is it okay for me to be happy? And my answer to you is fuck yes. Okay. Regardless of what it is that you moved away from, whether it was a relationship, whether it was, a job that didn't suit you, I feel like when we're in something that we're not genuinely invested in, not only are we wasting our own time, but we're hurting other people. We're wasting their time. So I know that sometimes we want to get angry and be like, fuck you to the person that broke our hearts. But damn, at least they were honest with us. And at least we can take every moment that we were going to give to them and find someone who actually deserves that. So you guys have to speak your truth no matter what it's about. Because that's what gets the best results for everyone involved. People just being honest. How many people stay in situations that they're unhappy in for years because they're too scared to just say what they want? You can't live life like that. You have to go towards what you want. You can die tomorrow. Are you going to be happy if you do? Are you going to feel like you've lived a fulfilling life? Or were you quiet and biting your tongue to make somebody else happy? You come first. When it comes to happiness, you can't give something you don't have. If you're not happy, you need to find that source of happiness. You need to find it within yourself before having to, give that to somebody else. All right. So I'm pulling 3 cards of advice for you guys. And Aries, the cards that I'm using is the Wild Unknown Tarot. Okay, and then I'm going to use some Oracle cards in a moment. What sort of advice? can I give to you guys right now? Let's see. The Emperor came out. Knight of Wands. Eight of Swords. The only thing holding you guys back right now is you, your mindset, your mentality. In most tarot decks, the Eight of Swords is shown as usually a woman with a blindfold on, and she'll be like in a circle of knives or something, and she feels stuck, but there's like 3 feet between each knife, and she can just literally walk out of it, but she chooses to just stay, you know, her own head about it. But what that's trying to say is the only thing holding you back from really excelling in something right now is your thought process, is, you know, things that are mental that can't physically set us back. All right, so it's showing that you guys have to boss the fuck up. All right, more than you already have. Now with this Emperor energy, this is someone who's going to do something for the greater good. Okay, someone that is going to use their past experiences and wisdom to really make the right call here. All right, and for some of you, maybe there's a situation maybe with the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, where there could be arguing, but you choose to release the burden, especially if there's something that you feel fed up with, or if someone feels fed up with you, you know, maybe they can release you or the burden that you may bring them. But let's see why these cards are here. We have the Emperor. Why is this Emperor here? Knight of Cups in the reverse. Why is this Knight of Wands here? Ace of Cups in the reverse. Why is this Eight of Swords here? Queen of Cups. Okay. I was going to say I feel fucked up saying this, but I don't feel fucked up saying this because this is life and this is shit that happens every day. And who am I to sugarcoat things? I wouldn't be on YouTube if I wanted to sugarcoat things. But honestly, I see somebody that's unhappy in a relationship and they have someone else making them very happy. And they're scared to go to that person that truly makes them happy, kind of out of respect for the person that they may have to leave. So if this is the case with you guys, again, you have to be honest, like I just said. Whether, you know, and this could apply to anything. It could be a job, you know, wanting to go to a new job but not wanting to piss off your old boss, or wanting to go to a better school, or let's say like your mom's a hairstylist. I'm using my own example. Like you've been going there your whole life, but now you want to try something new. It's like you can't do that. So I feel that out of respect for an old situation, you guys are holding back on something that can make you very happy. And what I was getting to before, that only hurts everybody involved. Okay, so that's why I'm very, very real with people, even when it comes to love, because I'll admit it. I used to be the type of person to string people along before I went through my awakening process, just because I'd either be bored or I just didn't want to feel like I was alone. Now I don't care if there's not a soul for me to speak to. If I'm truly not feeling someone, and you know I can tell that they're catching feelings for me, I cut it off very quickly. I just can't do it. Because it attracts a lot of bad karma too, because you don't want to fall head over heels in love with someone, you know, a year or two down the road, and then that person is just like stringing you along and nothing's coming out of it. So I feel like we kind of ask for those things when we do that to people. So maybe it's you guys in that position, maybe someone's doing this to you, but going back towards the past, it's not going to be successful. All right, I see you guys losing faith in that. So honestly, I see you guys as guilty to do something that makes you happy. All right. So honestly, guys, there's just some sort of band-aids in life that we have no choice but to rip that shit off. So speak your truth. Despite how you got to the point that you're at, just be honest. The worst thing that could happen is someone gets upset with you. Okay, you can't control how people around you are going to react, but what you can promise yourself is that you're always going to be true to yourself, and you're going to do what makes you happy. Because you know you're going to, especially if this is within a relationship or a job or whatever it is, I feel like a lot of resentment can come out of, you know, conforming to someone because you feel like it's the right thing to do. Okay, we got to follow our hearts. Just make sure you're not doing it in like an assholey sort of way, but yeah, just be real. Okay, everybody has a situation in life that's going to be very good for them. We all have our calling work-wise. We all have something that we're meant to do, that we're meant to excel in. We all have that person that we're meant to love, that we're meant to excel with. All right, all of that is there. It's all there. If you, from the bottom of your heart and soul, don't feel that you have that, don't be afraid to go look for that. You deserve that. Why would you want to deny yourself that? And if you don't feel that way with a person or a situation that you're involved in, chances are there's somebody else that you're holding them back from. Okay? Or there's a better employee that could replace you that might actually like the job that you're trying to leave. Okay? So I think it's better for all parties involved when we're just honest. That way we can find what we need and we're not sitting here in this illusion. Okay? So don't be afraid to be real, Aries. Guys, I love you so much. Like I said, you guys can check out my Instagram, High Vibrations 44, to see the daily energies that I post. And now, the last thing I will say, guys, and I'm letting all the signs know this, but as of now, I do offer personal readings. I do 30-minute readings, and I have question options if you just need, like, you know, just a quick question and you don't want the full thing. But you guys can get that on my website, highvibrationswithliz.com. All of this is in the description below. But the message that I did want to let everyone know is that I have had so much fun just, you know, with all the people I've read. I feel like I've read people in literally every part of the world where there's YouTube, you know, that's accessible. And it's been incredible and it's been great souls. And it's getting to the point where since I started about 2 years ago, I have never had really a moment to breathe. There's never been a day that I have not been busy or I've had like outstanding readings to get out. And it's just a lot of work and it's constant work. And not that I'm afraid of work. I'm a Taurus, you know, I'm able to roll up my sleeves, but it's started to affect my family life. It started to affect my social life. Even when I go on vacation, I've never, since I started this channel, I have never 100% been guilt-free on a vacation. So it kind of sucks when you do so much and it's like you want to go somewhere for a week and not look at emails, and then you have people ready to kill you because you're not working. So it's a lot of pressure, and at the point it's just getting so demanding. And again, I love what I do, but there's other projects that I want to work on. So with that being said, you know, I'm going to slowly transition out of personal readings within the next 3 to 4 months. That's my goal right now, that I don't want to do any personal readings past that. Okay. So if you guys have been thinking about getting a personal reading, you have a friend who's been wanting to get one, definitely let them know that the time is limited, guys. You know, hopefully by the end of summer, I'm good to go. And, you know, I can just focus on my other projects and, you know, give my son more attention, because I wake up, read, go to sleep. Like, that's my life. So it's time for me to explore the world and to go on to my next venture. But I'll always be here for YouTube, and that's going to be the good thing, because I know you guys get upset with me sometimes when I'm late on these readings. But if I have no personal readings to do, guess what? YouTube is going to get way more content. So that's what I'm really excited about. All right, guys. So I love y'all so much. Good luck with everything, and I'll be back with your June readings next.